Hello, and thank you for joining me as we recap another iRacing race in the Rookie Series. I've had some good practice now at Summit Point Jefferson, where I haven't only studied the track. I've also focused on being more consistent, as well as a few other points that were mentioned in the previous episodes. Be sure to check them out if you haven't already. I started out with an I rating of 1520. Just when qualifying was supposed to start, the game froze up and I only just managed to get it started again before the qualifying was over. I put in a time of 55.0, which was still good enough for a second place on the grid. Here we are to start the race. Lights turn green and we're off for a good start once again. Already catching up to the number 5 car, Anthony Rossi, who put in a 54.95 in qualifying, which is pretty decent. Already get punted from behind, but luckily he backs off. At least it sounded like that, but maybe it was him clattering across the curb. Clattering across the curb. Say that 5 times. Alright. The number 1 car getting a little bit of a gap as we bounce the rev limiter, trying to keep it smooth in the first corners. Tire is a bit cold, but we get a good exit here and get to carry a lot more speed. Managed to put it side by side, going into the last corner of lap number 1. Not very tight, but luckily I can go a bit sooner on the throttle still. Managed to keep in front of him. Going to lap number 2, we take first position. Very nice. Can we keep it? That's the question. Alright, keeping it tight through the first corner. Gotta be smooth on this circuit, especially through here. Be very patient. Late apexes, trail brake. See the gap behind is a little bit increasing. This is a tricky corner. Luckily we managed to keep ahead. It's a bit new to me, leading a race, first position. I managed to be a bit more consistent as in the previous races, but yeah, the pressure of being in first, that's something new. So see how we can see how I handle that. As we go into lap number 3, set a lap time of 54.8. Going a bit wide there. As we have Anthony on our back again. He's trying to make a move, so it seems. Letting us know he's there. Gap of 0.2 seconds. Bounce the rev limiter again. It's a good braking point. Good braking indicator. The rev limiter. Once it starts bouncing off, it's time to brake. Time to steer in. It's a nice circuit, this Summit Point Jefferson. I really like it. This is a tricky corner. It really is good for practicing trail braking, this circuit. As it gains you a lot of time, and it's a difficult skill to get right. So we got Anthony still very close behind us. Let's see if he manages to keep that pressure. Keep it as tight as possible through here. Saves you a lot of time. Well, not that much, but yeah, it's free time, as we have a nice little drift there. Not very good for the times, for the lap times, but maybe it gets some cool points. I don't know. Probably not. All right, well, let's keep it tight here. The tires are a bit overheated. Car feels a bit woolly, but we managed to keep ahead still. Into lap number 5. Gap behind Anthony is a bit larger, as is the gap behind that. Ooh, I missed a shift. Bouncing through the curbs, over the curbs, but the gap is increasing a little bit as Anthony seems to go a little bit wide. He becomes smaller in the rear view, which I'm perfectly happy with that. And I managed to cut a little bit into the dirt where all the weight is on the tire, and that just spins out the car, and I lose 4 positions, falling back into 5th place. Yeah, I feel pretty shitty at that point. It takes me a few laps to cool down, but at lap number 8, I'm back at the number 3 car. Valentin Chesney. Let's put a bit of pressure on him. See if we can get past him as he goes defensive. Try to go on the outside, but I'm a bit cautious with braking, which is good. I've learned to become more cautious since the previous race. If you haven't seen that, I learned a valuable lesson there. So as we're still on the tail of the number 10 car, we entered the corner that is difficult to overtake, and I think to myself, I don't know what to do, you know. You saw me there going, taking a different line. That was sort of like trying to get in his head or something, but looking back on it, I should have just stuck to the racing line and tried to go for a faster exit, which would have given me plenty of opportunity to overtake him in the following straight. But alright, that's another thing we learned from this race. So as we now go into lap number 10, I keep it fairly tight, but a little bit late on the throttle. He manages to stay in front for a little bit longer. Get a good run through here. Keep it very tight. Sneak in those extra millitenths, thousandths of a second, as we try it again. But yeah, I should have gone for the quicker exit. Maybe it's even good to leave a bit of a gap before going into the corner, so that you can go into it with plenty of speed, go out of it with plenty of speed. Instead of being on his bumper, it gives you little room to maneuver. It's something else I took away from that race. Alright, so now I think I'm gonna outbrake him. Yes, we do. And I think he gives it up at this point. He knows I'm faster. So yeah, very nice of him. I think I thank him for this right now once I get my my hands free. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, the gap in front to Mr. Prutsch was it stayed at what it was. So eventually we came across the line in 3rd place. So, very pleased with that. Give each other a little celebrational rev, as we give each other a little contact as well. So if you like this race, please hit that like button, as it is very good karma. And we come to the incident reel now. We see the white green car is getting his rear view mirror scraped off by another car who has no time for all those things. He punts another car in the back out of revenge, but this car he gets completely wrecked. See, gets a little tap behind. Let's look at that again. No mercy at all, just completely right through him. Poor guy. I wonder how he feels. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. As we see a massive spin by some guy who clips it into the wall and does a little roll. Let's look at that again from inside. Luckily he has a roll cage. Whee! Alright, and then there's us putting our tires in the dirt, having our little spin of ourselves. Luckily managed to keep it pointing fairly in the right direction in the end, but yeah, lose a few pieces as we've seen. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. See you all next time. Cheers!